Okay, now we are.
Oh, we're on?
Yeah, they've done that different.
Oh, they
It
got
used to be, they have that business suite.
Oh, they got a sign on.
That's
different.
not very friendly.
Oh.
And so when I go into Facebook, I can flip it back and forth between us, the personal one, and business. And that's how I had to do it. I couldn't be in the business suite.
I was trying to bring it up so I could see. What are we? We're actually here on a Monday night. What did we miss last Monday? We were at.
No, it was just last Monday, though.
Yeah.
We've made every other one.
We were at that banquet at the DoubleTree.
The egg conference, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Or a egg dinner, egg celebration, I guess you call it.
Guess my legs look kind of small there.
Huh, our heads? Okay. So our heads really cut off?
Yeah.
All right.
No. We'll get started here. If my face looks a little red, it's because I've been outside pruning all day. We're still over.
I haven't been as much as you have, so you're already way darker than I am.
I'm red.
Well, that too. Yeah.
It's more of a windburn than it is. It was really nice this morning. Once it kind of, the sun never did really come out much today.
Wasn't supposed to.
But we finished up the long rows out there. We got all the lacrosse done, and then we started on the middle the middle rows, which we have. DJ can correct me if I'm wrong. We start off the top. We have the 2 rows of fauche, what we call the side hill fauche, and then we have, I think, 3 rows of Gris, 2 rows of Swenson, and then 2 rows of Itasca. So.
I think that's the correct amount. I don't know if that's the correct order. But
yeah, I think the Swenson's the
Ron or DJ will
last
tell
ones.
us.
That's why I got the ear tags out there so we can get them marked so I can get them that way. We got that done. Adam come out and helped. Got the middle rows done. And then I proceeded to the back, or what DJ calls the back 40, and got the three rows of Itasca done back there, which each of them...
Oh, 3 rows.
Yeah,
Awesome.
There's 3 rows that have 26 plants in each. And then we have 5 rows of Petite Pearl. The first couple plants in the 5th row are Itasca, but then we switch over to Petite Pearl. So we get that done. Hopefully, it doesn't sound like weather's going to be permitting us to get out there tomorrow. But then Wednesday, if we can get out there.
At the end of the week, we'll be done there.
Well, I'm hoping Wednesday or Thursday at the latest we'll be finished up. That's just 130 plants just to prune. So we get that done, and then we move to the Mount Vernon vineyard. So
and somewhere in between, we need to help Laddie.
Yep, get out there and do that. So
Laddie, a friend of ours is going to have surgery and needs some help, and he's got somebody who's mainly in charge of it, but it's a lot of work for one person. So we'll go out and help.
Yeah. So and I think Ron had said
Ron was going to
help, and then I think Greg's back from vacation, so he can get out. But if you get a group and people knowing what they're doing, and you go through, you can prune a lot in a day. So, but yeah, it's just one of the things that we get that done. And then I was talking with Bob Walker today. He was getting Sulfurex put on his, which is used for getting rid of the winter fungus.
That comes from the ground, right?
Well, it's just over winter. It just hangs out. But yeah, so he was.
Which is another reason, isn't that why they also say burn the vines?
Yeah.
When all your trimmings.
It used to be years ago. What they do is they would mulch them up, because what you have a tendency to do in the vineyard is people like to have the grass mowed, and we did it when we first took over. We were bagging everything. But then what you miss out on is your organic matter that gets broken down into the soil, which turns into basically fertilizer for the soil. But then what they'd said was if you did have anything wrong with your plant or fungus on your plants, you grind it up and you put it down in the soil. You're just basically you're not getting it in the vineyard. Some people believe that there's still nutrients in there. I'm going to put it in the vineyard so the vineyard can get it. Other people say, once you clip them, get them out, burn them.
Which is generally what we do.
Yeah, we try to clean it out as best we can, because if not, you're fighting them sticks all year long. And then when it comes time to throw the nets on, they get stuck in the nets when you pull the nets. And but yeah, we try to get them out of there the best we can. Ron's got a landscape rake that he pulls behind it, which he's done that to the upper rows already.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I told DJ, I said we need to get out and rake underneath to pull it back in so we can make another path. So, but that's kind of what we had going on in the vineyards right now. But then you were working on getting us into another contest.
In Finger Lakes, so we're sending out six wines. You got to send. So sometimes with a contest, you need to send 2, 3, 4 bottles. This one wants 4 bottles, and you have to pay for the contest. And
yeah,
so we're sending out 6 bottles
or 2 cases.
Or 2 cases.
Yeah. So, but this Finger Lakes, that's in New York area. If you look on a map, part of the reason why they call it the Finger Lakes, I think, is because they stick down like fingers, and somewhere somebody decided to call them the Finger Lakes. So, but we're doing that. What else was there?
That's actually, I think the deadline for that is May. We're coming up on a really busy season, so
It's got a chip in it.
I just want to get things done. So one thing I'm working on, I don't know if I've told Dan, but I'm going to say it here. I want to do a YouTube channel. I think you did hear this. That's just going to be like our journey into doing a winery. So first step was we met with an architect last week.
You did.
I did. I'm taking him to visit Walker Homestead so he can kind of get an idea of what a winery needs. So I'm creating that YouTube site here pretty soon, and I'll get it going probably with an introductory video from us, and then we'll kind of show you the process and the path, and if we get there, if we don't get there, I think we will, but you just never know. So there's a lot to it. There's so much to it.
Yeah. The interesting thing about it is for us anyway, is trying to decide how big to go, especially with the winery aspect of it. Now where we've gone to 2 different locations, starting out in our garage and then moving to the condo out there, the commercial condos. I knew there's a technical name for it. But we're 1,100 square feet out there. With the ceilings are plenty high. I think the ceilings are probably like 14 feet, 15 feet high, if I was to guess, which is nice because going up, we have things on storage racks. But then the thing that you got to realize, though, is when you're doing that is if you can have climate control, which we got an air conditioner out there, is because the higher you go up, usually the warmer it gets. And that's not really good for storing wine.
Right.
So we tend to
keep it fairly cool.
Yes, keep it cool out there.
Year round.
But then the other one is just like when you build a house, or like when we build ours, the first thing we cut back was the garage. I wish the garage would have been bigger originally. So, but when you make your winery, the things that you gotta always think about is future expansion. Don't, and my brother's always said that down in Dallas, that Mike's always gone, don't get yourself into a hole where you can't add on.
So for those of that don't know, Mike is an architect.
Yeah.
In Dallas. He can't do ours because he's not licensed in Iowa, but he's giving us lots of advice.
Yes. So, but that's just one of the things that you get into, and that is on how you want things set up, kind of want things to flow when you're doing things. We've been able to do that the last couple of times that we bottled now. We're getting that kind of down a little bit better. But it's just how you set things up to go with it. So, but I think it'll be interesting that you get that going and that people can see. I think people want to know what we're doing.
So we got that going. We were at the New Pioneer. I think that we already talked about that last week. So we really are on hold with tastings until markets.
Yeah.
And they're going to start up in May, but we got to get everything pruned before we can. And we've got all the whites bottled. Shoot, we need to open up a sparkling.
Well, yeah,
we are starting strawberry rhubarb this week. This year we're going to team up with Boggy Strawberries up in Independence, so you'll see their logo on our wine bottle, and we will be adding to that production next year because they're working on it. Yep.
Get more rhubarb
and strawberry.
Yeah. More strawberries. And the other one is you'd said something about Manic Meadery too.
Oh yeah, that's exciting news. So that's about ready to be bottled. I think he's bottling it right now, so he'll be asking for a logo. So if you haven't heard about that, what it is we're doing quite a few collaborations. There's one more that I'm not ready to talk about, but we'll talk about it at least in July if it goes through. But this one is a collaboration with a meadery in Indiana we bought tanks from. He came here, tasted our wine, loved our wine, and said, "Can I buy some of this?" So he took it with him, and
he bought the juice.
Yeah, he got the juice, and he put it into a blueberry mead barrel, and has been letting it age in there.
Yeah, it was I think Marquette and Frontenac that we ended up with a blend that we sold.
Yeah, so we're excited to see how that tastes. He said it's fantastic. That guy's got an amazing palate. He would taste our wines and tell us everything he tasted. I'm like, I just want to send you all my wines so you can give me descriptors. But Tony's a great guy, and we're excited to be teaming up with them. It'd be nice if we could bring a mead barrel this way and do something similar on this side. So more to come on that, but hoping we can at least direct you where to buy that wine, because I don't know that we can bring that across the border from Illinois or Indiana, but
you can buy a bottle and bring it over and drink it.
Yeah, but you can sure buy from him. So
I'm not sure. He may be able to ship it over here.
He can.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can ship in Iowa. That's why I'm saying.
So what are we drinking tonight?
Petit Pearl Estate?
No.
I don't know. I thought it was Petit Pearl.
It is Petit Pearl.
But it's not Estate.
It's a Barrel Reserve.
Oh. It's really good.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we tried Ron's the other night.
Oh my gosh, that was good.
He's got, I think, a 5-gallon carboy of it that he's making for the Jones County Fair. We pulled a little bit of a sample, and boy,
that's a lot like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
But
so
he had it.
Those who go to the Jones County Fair,
yeah,
you're in for a treat when you taste that one.
Yeah, I'd be really curious to see how Doug's are turning out too.
Yeah, Doug Turnus, friend of ours.
So
from over in Monticello, who likes lots of people in Jones County make wine, and Jones County Fair does a fun wine contest.
Yeah.
So for
non-commercial winemakers.
So we still go over to it because we just enjoy it and have met people along the way.
And taste the wines that they're making. And I think that Jill Flynn, is that her last name? Her and a couple of other ladies were the judges last year. They did a great job of explaining on how they judge it, which is, if you've never watched them when they judge wines, there's different ways of doing it, but they had good comments on, first of all, the color, the appearance of it, the smell of it, and then what are they looking for in that style of wine. So
that's something I would not be good at, but Dan would be really, really good at.
But
Dan and Ron both would be really good at that.
Just picking different things out of it. So, but other than that, my hands are
got lots of scratches all over my hands.
Mine's sore. Getting a blister from the pruners.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what we got going on now. We're keeping busy, and I'll feel better once we get into the Mount Vernon. I actually feel better when we're all done pruning.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like
he's going to say this at the end of harvest too, just so y'all know.
Yeah, but this is crunch time. I mean, you look at the ground out there, and this grass is getting greener and stuff.
And I can see in the forecast it's going to be
The
60s are coming, 70s
Yeah.
are coming, which
and
means
it's
the goal is to be done by bud break.
well done and sprayed before bud break.
Yeah, and maybe Ron can put it. I don't know if he's out there. I hope he is. He can put a message out there on. It's not absolutely at bud break. It's so many weeks into bud break that you can't do that sulfur, isn't it?
No, it's and the fauche is the big one. DJ and I talked about it the other day. The fauche is the one that's really most sensitive to
Which I said, why don't you just
spray everything.
go?
Well, once
do
I get
that
done,
part of the
once,
vineyard
once
now,
I get
we
done
can-
with Anamosa, I will spray it, and then we'll get over to start. And it'll only take me a couple hours to get to it. So it's just got to get the sprayer up and running and getting it going. So, yeah, get it done and then move on to the next one. But we can come back and clean the rows out after I sprayed too. So, but I think like Rob told me to take a step.
Can you keep picking it up, sitting it down, picking it up, sitting? And mine's almost gone.
It's the smell. I just enjoy smelling it. So
He does. He does the same thing with his bourbon. He just
So-
sits there and he smells it.
so, but other than that, yeah, it was a good day. Got a lot done. I feel. Like I said, this is always exciting. We got through the lacrosse quick. I shouldn't say quick, but we did
We
it.
did a good.
Yeah.
You and I got through that. It was,
Which is
DJ did about half a row, so give you a
he
little
had to get back
kudos.
and watch the ball game. Got all disappointed, but
He said, "Whatever. I'm watching the game at 2:30."
well, part of that was he'd
Alright,
come
whatever.
out there. He keeps coming out there with shorts on, shorts and sandals. How can you?
It's not that time of year yet, DJ.
So, but other than that, we've kind of rambled on. I keep hoping that one of these times we'll get out there and, well, when we get to Mount Vernon Vineyard, out at Tim and Jennifer's and that, we'll have to do
Well,
some videos from out
We've
there.
done a few from Anamosa. We'll do a few from
Yeah.
Marion too.
So, but
Yep.
maybe we get them on, see what they like about the,
They've talked.
yeah,
You can hear. They've talked from afar
yeah.
sometimes. Well,
But maybe
get
we'll
them.
actually get them on and talk to them about
yeah.
what is,
Yeah.
that'd be a good
Jennifer loves our sweet summertime, so
Yeah.
she's super excited that that's come back out. So.
Yeah. Well, and that's
It was
kind of
gone
what I
for a
was
while.
telling Adam today in that when we're pruning the Swenson over there, because we planted more Swenson out of Hermosa. I said, this is what we need to go into our sweet summertime, which I still believe that would make your nice rosé, though, if we weren't doing it, because you get the color and stuff out of it. So.
Get the color, but it's. Yeah.
But, okay, well, I'll let you get up and shut the thing off. So.
Yep. Have a good week. We'll talk to you next Monday.
Yep.